Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. Today we are going to test our little plug things out. So I'm hoping it's going to be a quick video. I'm only planning on pouring 2, but you know how that goes, right? Yeah. So, this is going to be 6 ounces for this one. So let's get some powder. We're using the mix2mold. All right, this bag is almost empty, so why don't we just pour it? So I'm gonna put 8 ounces in here. So when we add our water, 7.5 ounces, it should work. It should. So I pulled out a brown and a green. So I'm gonna do a brown in this one. So let's do the green first. All right, we're just gonna transfer this into here, and we're gonna add some of this green colorant, and I'm gonna add a big scoop. I'd like to get this to be a really dark green. You know what, we're gonna do another scoop. And let's stir this up. And we will see what we get for a green color. So you can see how it really, it's darkened that up. But we're gonna test the color. Oh, crap, I almost dumped my powder on the floor, guys. So the other reason I'm doing a quick video today is because my shelving unit is out for delivery. And let's pour just a... All right, I just want like a little bit of that in there so I can mix this so we can see what the color is actually going to be. So that, I think, is going to be a pretty green. All right, that will work. I'm going to have to start stocking up on my colors here. Okay. So we've got this, and we have our cover. Am I gonna have enough? That's the issue. All right, I'm gonna use my little spatula here. Oh, that is a pretty green. Now, I don't know if I should pour it back in the cup to make sure that we have at least 6 ounces. But first of all, we got to put our plug in. I almost forgot. So that just fits in the bottom. And because that is going to be the top, that should help keep that round. I'm hoping. All right, I guess we're just gonna pour, and we're gonna see. And hopefully we have enough. Just tapping it just to make sure that if there's any bubbles, they work to the top. And look at that. So I'm just flicking around to hopefully have no bubbles in the lid piece. All right, and this one is 5 ounces. And let me wipe my stick off, my thingy-ding. And I forgot to bring my bowl down, my water, so I'm just gonna try and get this wiped out as best I can. Look at that. We just gotta compromise. That's all. We gotta work with what we get. Okay, so let's pour a powder. So I'm gonna probably do 8 ounces for this one. Oop, I almost made a oops. So, I'm just opening another bag. And I'm just going to scoop it in the cup. All right, so we've got 8 ounces, and we're going to pour that in there. So let's get our brown. Gonna wipe that green, and we'll pick up some of this brown. So when you're mixing your powders in with your colorant in with your powder, it's better to have a bigger container because you can really make sure that you get all that powder incorporated. So let's put this is the top, and it bulged out here. So this one here I made a little thicker, so I'm hoping that will stop the bulging. It'll keep it round. We are about to find out. And I wasn't sure on which cover was which, but I think that's the right cover for that. So, and let me take another Little bit of water here. And I'll get another stick. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more powder. I'd like to see how brown we can really get it. Yeah, that's kind of like a mochery. I think that'll work. All right, we'll go with that. All right, now we need to mix some water. Like I said, I want to see if these are going to work, so. Oh, I don't even know what I was thinking. I was thinking that had a cover. That's why I went with the 8. Oh, crap. Now I'm going to have to find something to pour the rest in. Oh, let's see. What do I got? What do I have here? I got a cat mold. Yeah, I think that's the cat. I'll pour that just if we have extra. I'm going to thin that just a smidge. There we go. Okay, now let's keep our fingers crossed this works, because if this works really well, you know, we could be doing that on a lot of other molds that kind of don't hold their shape. I mean, I could have probably filled it, but I wanted to at least see if it was gonna somewhat work. Anyways, so we're gonna, and we will pour this little guy. I am gonna stop. Just to make sure if there's any little features in there. Oh, the dog's barking. Maybe my delivery is here. All right, it could have used a smidge more, but we're gonna call this good. And I just want to kind of prop it up. Oh, it's not gonna look good if I don't. I'm gonna make just a smidge more. Some brown powder. Try to get it close to the same. All right, and shoo. Do a bookmark mold. All right. We will let this cure. And I've over poured it. Oh, what's new? All right, so what I'm gonna do is that. And then I will just scrape off what's in here. And we're gonna start a little container with the extra bits. So then we can add it, you know, into other things. All right, so we're gonna let this cure, this little mess. I wanna make sure it's on a flat surface here. And we will be back in about an hour and we will see what these little things look like. Alrighty guys, I'll be back. Alrighty guys. The true test. All right, so that came out good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unmold these and then I'm gonna put them in the Let's Resin curing machine for 3 hours to let them completely dry out, and then I'm gonna finish the outside of the containers. Oh, look, the kitty is beautiful. So I just got a little sanding to do on the edges, but she is precious. I'm gonna probably put a little bow on her, maybe a necklace. Okay, we'll do this cover and then we'll do the main event. So that is the inside of the lid. This is the top. Okay. So let's take our little plug out and see if that worked. All right, let's, hang on, I'm gonna, so that way you can see what I'm doing. And the jar came out beautiful, as always. But this is going to be the test. perfect, guys. Perfect. It worked. Yay. All right, let's see if this one worked. And I have the other one right here, so I'll be able to show you if it did or it didn't. Oh yeah, and this one here, I forgot. We've got to try to get the back out first because of that funky little thingy ding there. And that came out beautiful. I love this mixed mold stuff. I really, really do. I wish we could get it in a bigger container though. And it worked, guys. Because look, see how it bumped out here? Look, it didn't. It worked, guys. So we know now when we have something, if we pour the underside of the mold, make something to put in there that's firm, it's going to hold it in place. Brilliant. And then we have our little top for it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I am so happy. Yes, I am. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sand down the bottoms to make them nice and smooth. And I'll do the cover, and then I'm going to pop them in the curing machine. And I will be back to decorate these. Alrighty, guys, I will be back in a minute. Okay, guys, I am back, and these went through the curing machine. I took them out. I've let them cool because my new shelves came in, and we put those together. So, yeah, I'm running a little behind schedule, but so I had these washi tapes that I had got in a box like this, and they're like a paper washi tape, and I've had them forever, and I'm like, what am I going to use these on? Well, I think it looks really good on this bookmark. So I just put a piece on there and I cut it, and I think that's going to look good. And then I'll just seal right over the whole thing, and hopefully it will work. So I did up my little kitty. I put her a little collar, and I did her little face. I've just got to put a little dot of white in her eyes just to give her a little bit of a sparkle. Let's see. Just like that. So I didn't know if they were going to stick to this, but they did. So I'm going to let that completely dry, and then I'm going to spray seal her. So I'm going to seal her with the clear spray gloss. That way I'm not messing up the stones or anything like that. So what I was thinking on this jar was, let me just see what other patterns that I have. Oh, I like this one here. Hang on. Because I'm like, it needs a little something, but maybe not a lot. So I pulled these out. only because I could get to this box in my mess out there. Okay, so these would be like feathers. And that is too wide for there, but what if we went around the top with it? How would that look? But because it's round, it is wrinkling. Maybe if we just moved it down in the middle. Oh, that kind of looks cute. Oh, I kind of like that. Just gives a little something. All right. And let's take my X-Acto knife. All right, let's see how that looks. Oh, I think that kind of looks really good, guys. What do you think? It just kind of breaks it up, and then with the top on it, I kind of like that. I hope it stays stuck. All right, so that decorated that one. I just didn't know if like I had a really skinny one that I could go around the top, but I don't. So I'm thinking this is the skinniest that I have. Let's just see. I mean, we don't know if it's gonna look good until we try it, right? But I think this might be too much. You know, and sometimes you gotta put it on to see. It's the going around that is the toughest. I'm pulling really, really tight. All right, let's see how that looks. I just don't like the wrinkles in it. And I don't know if I can work them all out. I like everything except for that little top part that's wrinkling. So maybe if I just bring it down a smidge, like that. Because that doesn't wrinkle there. And then maybe another one on the bottom. Well, let's see. Okay. And I don't want the seam to show. So if I put the seam in the back, let's see. And so I think that kind of looks cute. Voila, now I know what I can use these for. Of course, depending on the color. It's just two little bubble things right there. All right, I kind of like that. All right, so now we know what we can use these for. And then for this one, I was thinking maybe some of these flowers. Those look really good on there. Let me just pick out a few that I think will kind of go. That might be a good one. I'll put two over there. Oh, that looks good. All right, do I have two of those? Of course not. Of course not. All right, well, that one we're definitely going to use. We're going to put, I'm thinking even if we just put one on the front of this jar, I think that would look really, really good. All right, let me just move these to the side. And that is really pretty. I really, really like that. That looks really elegant looking. So, do I put something on the lid? I think it's gonna take away from it. I really do. I think it's going to, yeah, it's definitely gonna take away from it. So we're just gonna go with the one decoration on the front. I think that is just perfect. It's not over the top. It's just a little something. All right, so let me put these back in this little bag. And I think we're just gonna leave that like that. I think. All right, so let me get some gloves, and I am just going to throw some of the gloss sealer over these, and I'm gonna wait and spray the cat once I know that glue has dried. And the only reason I'm wearing the gloves is because my fingers get really, really sticky with this gloss sealer, but it's water. It's a water base, but it's water resistant, heat resistant, stain and scratch resistant. So it really works pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some in a cup. And I do have my sponge. So I'm going to start with this piece first so that I'll know if that's going to bubble up or not. All right, I got to get us. No matter how much you wring these sponges out, they just don't. They don't stay soft, so I'm going to have to buy just like some plain kitchen sponges. Yeah, that's what I had done last time, is I ended up using my finger, and that worked really, really well. So we're just going to do that. We'll let that dry. I'm just going to set it on there. And let's do the bottom first. So I had done this on some of my other jars that I had sealed, and it worked really good. And I didn't get any like brush strokes or anything like that. So I'm like, oh, why not? It's just the stuff is really sticky, and even if you wash your hands, it stays pretty sticky. So wear gloves if you're gonna do this way. And then we'll just let it dry. You know, and then you can feel that you've got everything in the, you know, in the jar. So I do have also, I have a this fluffy brush. I don't like brush marks. That I just don't. And that's one of the reasons that I like the spray sealer. Crap. All right, I'm gonna put my brush down and I'm gonna use my hand to try and get this all sopped up. And this first coat goes on and sucks right in, guys. It dries really fast. And you just want to make sure that you have no like drip marks. And then we have our nice sealed jar. I am not wasting this stuff. This stuff is too expensive. And I like the fact that you can see if you've like missed any spots because it'll be a lighter color. All right. So yeah, I got tired of brush marks and the sponge always having hard, you know, no matter how much I squeezed it and washed it, it's still, you know, didn't look finished. See how pretty that is now? All right, so I'm gonna let them dry. I'm not gonna put the second coat on now. I'll go ahead and I'll get some final pictures and let these dry for a bit, and then I will put the second coat on tomorrow or something. So it's not, you know, I just kind of wanted you to see some of the process and how I have finally figured out so you don't get brush marks. This works really well. So I put this in the curing machine, like I said, for 3 hours, and they're nice and cured. There's no more moisture, and yeah. And there's our finished pieces. Alrighty, guys. So I'm gonna let this, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta finish this one. So I did not put any sealer on here before I put the stickers. If it's completely dried, your stickers will stick. If it's not, they will not. So if you're putting your stickers on and they are not sticking, it is because your piece is not fully cured yet. And on the cover, I like to put, you know, a good amount on there. So once that dries and then the next layer goes on, it will, you know, because even if you use a brush, there are still ridges. So, you know, it's like no matter what you do, there's going to be something on there. But it looks really good. And like this one is all dry now. And it has a nice sheen to it. So yeah. Alrighty, guys, that does it for this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. It helps my channel tremendously. And we're at 2,300 subscribers. When we get to 3,000, we are going to do a giveaway. So yeah, that is that. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know if this was a good choice, putting these washi tapes on there. And yeah, I will see you on the next video, guys. Bye.